Hi, Hi, JR Martinez, too. I'm working po and a little bit bored, kaya it's so quiet here. Kaya live muna while working. I'm looking for the right kind of text para dito. I think this one.
Mami, 今天的点心吃什么？啊，馒头。啊，馒头。啊，馒头。点心吃什么
？Tape.
Mami, 今天的点心吃什么？啊，馒头。妈咪，今天的点心吃什么？啊，馒头。妈咪，今天的点心吃什么？啊，馒头。
Hello, Maya. Yeah, I'm a little bit bored working on my projects for quite a long time na. Sobrang dami kong ginagawa. Writing on my website at www.everydaywithjen.com. I posted recently yung sa manto shan. Nakakatuwa yun. Talagang parang manto lang talaga. You guys know what is manto, Maya? Manto is a Chinese bread. Parang Chinese bun. Tapos, nakakatuwa yung ano na yun. It's actually a hill. Kasi napakaliit lang niya. Hindi mo maramdaman na nag-hike ka. Pero nakakatuwa. You should guys try it. And I'm working, so you guys enjoy lang. I'm working on my Final Cut Pro.
Mami, 今天的点心吃什么？
Yeah. That's for the series. Tagal nang di nag-live, no? How are you? Kumusta kayo dyan? No, ano ba yung maganda kaya? Yung all of a sudden, ano ba? What's the good word for that kaya? What do you think? Maya, what do you think? Kasi gusto ko all of a sudden or biglang ano kaya yung magandang i-caption. I can't think. Punong-puno kasi yung mind ko with the the case of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and I'm watching it not because I'm into entertainment. I'm watching it because I love how like lawyers work. And isa yung natutunan nating lahat, like I think it's a good lesson for everyone. Number one, na it's important really for a man to find a good wife. Yeah. Talaga, if you have a good wife, then you have a good life. Kasi even in Taiwan, there's this saying that goes na you will really know that what kind of person you would become by knowing the wife. Kasi if your brother will share his blessings to his family, ibig sabihin mabuti talaga yung wife na yan. Kapag hindi siya marunong mag-share ng blessings sa family niya, alam nyo na kung sino ang problema. But hello, Celine. And in the other way around, Celine and Maya, kasi you guys like, and si JR din pala. In the other way around, it isn't really nice for a woman, especially for a wife, to be confrontational. Yeah. So, ano ba yung confrontational na yan? Kasi, especially when you're a Filipina, we are like born to be confrontational. Kasi that's a myth of, it's a marriage myth that we are taught of. Like, we're brought up that way. That it is really important to talk to the person, converse with the person, you express what you feel, and it's okay to argue, it's a sign of love, and it's okay to get jealous, it's love. But when we get back to the Bible, it isn't really like that. Somehow we are taught in a different way. So I don't want to say it's a wrong way, but it's a different way, and that causes us to feel really sad and unhappy and pleasant in our marriage. So yeah, and Amber Heard is a Taurus, so she's really confrontational. That's why I also went live. I was trying to prepare for dinner. I'm cooking shrimp for tonight. And then iniisip ko lang kasi every time na naisip ko yung mga Taurus, naisip ko talaga, ang dami ko palang friends na Taurus. And the reason why, because I'm an Aries, so I have a very strong sign. So, actually, Aries and Taurus are called the beast sign. Alam niyo po ba yung beast sign? So, talagang napaka-strong na sign. Now, when we talk about strong signs, Leo po ako. Oh, Leo is a strong sign. I also had a really good friend na Leo. But, hindi kasi marami, kaya, paano ba yan? Maybe I'll just share my experience with the Taurus na lang na sign. Pwede po ba? Maybe somehow you would have an idea. Let's get back to the background. In my younger years, salamat you sir. Nako, naka-filter po yan. Pero salamat TikTok kasi talaga lahat tayo gumaganda sa TikTok. So, at hindi talaga ako nakakakita, kaya maraming nagsasabi na hindi daw ako namamansin. Honestly, every time I'm in an event, I don't wear my eyeglasses, so most probably po, talagang blurry lahat ng mukha, or else lahat is blank face. So, if you see me somehow, somewhere, you just like tap my back, and talagang papansinin ko po kayo. Really, that's honest. And I'm wearing Shein. I like Shein sets. So anyways, to get back to the background. So I'm an Aries. I'm born on the 5th of April. So I'm really am a very strong Aries sign. And then later did I realize that importante pala if you have like personality background check, if you are looking for someone to be with, like for a love story or life story. In our lives we meet so many people and we feel in love. We love them, we fall in love with them, but we only choose one person to spend our life with, and there are so many people that we could spend our love story with. So that's two different stories. And forgive me if I speak in English, because I'm articulate more in English compared to Tagalog. And kapag Tagalog na, nagiging medyo malumanay, tapos parang sabi nila sobrang lambing na. And Aries signs don't really do pa-cute stuffs. I think Maya knows that. Pag Leo at Leo mag-work ba relasyon, ma'am? If you ask me, if you have the same sign and the same personality, that's better. Hello, Aries. Yes, sir. I'm an Aries. Yes, I'm Aries talaga. So, for me, ako po personally, share ko po sa inyo lahat, it is really important to do a personality check before you moved on to another stage of relationship, aside from your personal checklist. So, I just want to speak in behalf of my own experience because I'm 40 years old. I deserve to share this to the youth. Kayo, siguro mga little sister and little brothers ko na kayo. Hello, David. 'Di ba? So, first, I'm an Aries. Now, ang dami kong friends na nagkakaroon ng problema sa relationship. So, I was like curious, ano bang birthday nila? Ano bang personalidad nila? And then, you know what? Taurus. And then, dun ako unang na-curious kasi I saw an illustration kung saan pinapakita na saan ang puso ng mga signs, star signs. Pisces. I'm good with Pisces. Yeah. I have a lot of close friends talaga na Pisces. So, I click with Pisces. So, anyways, move on tayo. Nawala tuloy ako dahil sa Pisces. Okay, so, in my personal experience, talaga nakita ko yung illustration na yun. And then, nag-agree ako kasi yung Taurus lang ang walang puso. Okay, wait. I know you're Taurus. Taurus si Maya, magagalit to sa akin. My brother is Taurus as well. So, it doesn't mean you don't have a heart. But, Taurus in the sense of personality, they love food. So, yung nasa puso niya, instead of a heart, it's food. So, that means exactly na foodie ang mga Taurus. So, I tried to check si ganito, ganyan. Yung mga close ko talaga. Kasi I'm really close with Taurus. No kidding. And when I did a flashback of everyone I know, nagulat ako. Kahit ako nagulat ako, sabi ko, wow, lapitin pala ako ng Taurus as a friend. Wala akong naging, like, as in, intimate with Taurus. Wala. But as a friend, yes, really close. Super close. And, nagulat ako kasi lahat sila mahilig sa food. So, I don't know with Maya. Maya, are you into food though? Kasi, Taurus si Maya So, sabi ni Joella Ramirez, how about me? Leo po ako, but sometime, yung birthday ko pumapasok sa Virgo. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Joella, Virgo, my daughter is a Virgo. Virgo people are really difficult people. But, kasi my daughter is a Virgo, so I'm trying to understand her. She's really very feminine. So, ang Virgo, personalidad ng Virgo is lahat, opposite. So, halimbawa, pag sinabi ng karamihan na, maganda yan. Sa tingin ko, hindi naman. Ganun. Parang ganun na sa, I don't know if it's true with you. So, yun. So, Virgo is really hard to be with people. Based sa daughter ko, and I have one friend na Virgo na talagang I quit kasi too feminine eh. And since I'm Aries, so I'm quite into parang hindi masyadong feminine. Yun lang. So, ang Virgo, I believe Virgo matches well with Cancer people. Kasi yung mga Cancer is kalmado. Talaga, Cancer is like a general sign na talagang maayos talaga na kasama. Yeah. And also, yung mga Libra. So, I have a lot of friends from Taurus sign and Libra sign. Since Aries is a strong sign and at the same time very friendly, Maya. So, now, to get back to the background, matatapos ko talaga tong trabaho ko na to. No, chika-chika lang muna tayo. So, background check ko yung mga friends ko. I found out that most of them were Taurus. So, I was thinking maybe the reason why Taurus friends are really like attracted to my character and my personality, since I'm really strong in a way, and strong people blends because they have the same interests, they have the same likes, and they understand each other. Like Maya, Maya is so supportive of me, of all the many married to Taiwanese. Like she's with me here on TikTok, and I've realized that she was with me too on Facebook. So I really thank you, Maya. And what the best thing about Taurus people is that they're good at food, really. And I can tell you, my big brother, he's a Taurus, and he's really a good cook. Talagang hinahanap po namin yung, alam niyo po yung tinabal? Ano ba yung tinabal sa Tagalog? Tinabal is like dried fish na malaki, sobrang laki, yung malalaking isda. He's the best cook for that, yung tinabal. Sorry kasi hindi ko alam sa Tagalog yung tinabal. And he would put like a lot of stuffs there. Masarap talaga, hinahanap-hanap talaga ng marami. And aside from that, talagang marunong siya in terms of like pag nag-grill, nagba-barbecue kapag pupunta kami ng dagat, 'di ba? It's part of our family, 'di ba? Na mahilig talaga tayo sa dagat. So siya talaga, yung kuya ko talaga nagluluto ng baboy, ng manok. Mahilig siya talaga magluto, sobra. Ang hilig-hilig niya talagang kumain at hilig-hilig niyang magluto. So when he's into something, and kahit busy siya or kahit na like siguro free time niya, nagluluto siya talaga. So that's one closest person to me, talaga, that's my big brother. Another close friend na talagang since elementary up to now, I'm like her trusted friend. Like she has a lot of secrets and I don't really tell it, including like personal stuffs. And I noticed na mahilig din siya sa food. Yung comfort na hinahanap niya because she belongs to a broken family. So yung comfort niya, friends and food. Yun talaga, mahilig siyang kumain din. Then when I came here sa Taiwan, I happen to know someone na naging close ko din pati. Sobrang close. Mahilig din siya sa pagkain at mahilig din siya magluto. And then there's another one in another kind of like, kasi marami kang friends, diba? In my kind of work, I meet different kinds of people from different kind of sectors. So this friend of mine, talagang nasa professional side din, but then hindi nakakalimutan ng friend na to na magluto. Alam mo yung kilala ka, pero talagang nagluluto talaga, and hindi siya takot na mag-try ng iba't ibang klaseng pagkain. So that's the time na nalaman ko na ang mga Taurus talaga, mahilig talaga sa food. I also met someone here sa Taiwan din. Yung isa kanina is sa ibang bansa. Yung marami nakakakilala sa kanya. So, etong isang friend naman, marami din nakakilala. Very strong personality and marami ding talaga mahilig din sa pagkain. So, aside from food, na-notice ko, Taurus people are really good friends. So, lahat sila mahilig sa friends. Yung kuya ko lang mismo, talagang sobra, mabarkada talaga. Mahilig talaga sa friends yun. As in, talaga. So, siguro in terms of environment, nag-change siya. But kapag we're talking about commonality, so there's like food, there's like friends. Then aside from that, ito yung sa lahat na na-notice ko. Hello, pretty lady! Pretty Leon! Yes. So, aside from ganda, aside from food and friends, Taurus people na talagang friends ko kasi I have a lot of friends talaga. Miss you too, babe. Ganda, miss you too. So, aside from food and friends, na-notice ko, many of the Taurus people can't really endure stress. Alam mo yung nagging, yung confrontation. Pero, they can talk. But if they are talked to, hindi talaga pwede. Kaya, dito na yun papasok yung confrontational na sinasabi ko na myth sa isang pag-aasawa. Si Ganda, alam nito. Si Maya, siguro, you also have this kind of, new TikTok ko na po ito. Nawala po yung isa, hindi ko pa ma-retrieve. Hala, I'm gonna add you for sure. Bakit? Anong nangyari? I'm gonna add you for sure. So, alam niyo mga beautiful ladies and to our listeners, before I'm gonna get back to my work. Meron akong mga TikTok friends na, not TikTok friends, meron akong good friends talaga na they separated. Talagang divorced talaga just because of different personalities. So, ang Taurus kasi, since very strong sign, so you deserve to have a strong partner. Like ni Maya is so lucky kasi Aries yung husband niya. So, I think Aries can really listen to you very well. In personality lang kasi talaga, kaya iniisip ko nga kanina while I was like preparing the kitchen for dinner. Alam mo, Ganda. I was thinking dapat kapag manganak, hindi lang planning kung ilan. Ipaplan mo din kung kailan ka manganganak. So, dapat mga August, if you want an Aries sign, dapat mga August yun. Dun ka mag-try na magkaroon ng baby. Or if not, January. Kasi Libra sign is nice eh. Many of the famous people, celebrities are Libra. Kasi they have very nice personalities, yung napaka-sweet and balanced. Pero if you talk about leadership and success, of course, that's like Taurus, Aries. Yan. Pero, yung kanina, yung nagtanong na Leo, Leo signs are great signs kasi very passionate and yun lang, sa nakilala ko mga Leo, minsan dahil sa emotion, yun, nawawala yung focus. Yeah. Kaya, yun, careful lang. Kasi Leo is also a strong sign. I can't talk much about Leo kasi, hindi masyadong marami, but Taurus talaga, ang dami kong friends na Taurus, kaya gusto kong i-share. Sa tingin ko lang, Taurus, I don't know, Maya, if you have a choice, would you get married? Kasi, for me, Taurus people are meant to be leaders and siguro successful people. Pero in terms of family, if you can't find the right person, I think mahirap mag-asawa, diba? Kasi, talaga, napaka-strong na sign ng Taurus. Isang example. Ayaw mo talaga. Pero no choice. Okay. But, I think with an Aries sign, you probably have a good, at least, good conversation. Kasi yun nga, ito nga yung sasabihin ko. Ang friend ko is Libra. Ang partner niya is Taurus. Ang nangyari kasi, every time na mag-usap sila, kasi ang Taurus napaka-strong niya. So, gusto niya, siya yung parang nasa tama. Yun. No offense, Maya. Gusto niya, siya yung tama. Pero yung Libra kasi, since napaka peaceful sign niya. So sinasabi niya, sige, ikaw na yung tama. Sige, ikaw na lahat. So parang hindi na-challenge si Taurus na hindi na-challenge yung Taurus sign ng partner niya. So parang what happened, talagang binlock siya. The Taurus partner quit. Sabi niya, hindi talaga tayo mag-workout. Kasi, ibang-iba. Then the Libra friend of mine wanted to continue the relationship kasi mahal niya eh. Kaya lang, kapag kinakausap niya yung Taurus, hindi ma-take yung sinasabi niya. Kasi parang nasa stress yung Taurus na sign. So, sa akin din, meron din akong ganyang friends. Meron akong napaka-close. This is really true. Yung isa. So, nag-divorce sila. This another one is really a case of a family na confrontational yung isa. Tapos yung isa, quiet din. So, that's the problem there. Alam mo yung different personality na yung isa hot, tapos yung isa cold. So, nawawalan ng reason si Taurus na makipag-fight. Kasi parang pakiramdam niya, kulang ka ng pag-intindi sa kanya. Hindi mo siya naiintindihan. Na mas matalino siya kaysa sa'yo. Kasi nga, hindi ka marunong sa confrontation. But, in another way around, yung sign na mas kulang, like yung Libra, at yung isang sign na mabait, hindi niya kaya yung confrontation. Kaya ang nangyari, nag-divorce din sila. Kaya lagi ko nga sinasabi to kay Maya and from the beginning na it's important for a Taurus sign to look for a strong sign. I think you will click with the Taurus, and Taurus, Aries. I think that's the best sign for Taurus. If not, wag ka na lang mag-asawa talaga. Kasi, masasaktan ka kasi you will be frustrated. You felt like you were not understood sa other signs. Kasi yung other signs talaga, may kalma lang eh. May mga signs talaga na kalma lang. Like Cancer. Number 1 yung mga Cancer. Hindi ka kinakausap masyado. Kapag galit ka, hinahayaan ka lang. So, let's go back to what I said na myth. Confrontation is not really good for relationships, especially sa friendship. Even if your parents or you grew up with our teaching saying that you should confront someone if you feel something that is unpleasant, you should tell the person that way, that you don't feel that way. However, it won't work. Why? Because when you start a fight with anyone, there's this feeling of anger, and anger is not a very nice feeling. Now, once you feel angry, you lose control of whatever it is in your body, like your mind. That's the first thing, and then your heart. Now, whoever gets angry first loses a lot because it takes a lot of time for your body to recover from the anger. So it's really true when you smile. You have a lot of good cells there, but when you frown, you lose a lot from growing good cells. So if you're angry, imagine the impact in your body. So have you noticed, like when you walk around somewhere, and now that we're wearing masks, you would really tell someone from how he or she looks with the face covered with the face mask. You can see through the eyes of the person, like she looks like a very scary person somehow, or she looks really strong somehow even without the whole face. So me, for one, I really look a little bit strong without the face, with the face mask, since they can only see the eyes and my eyes are really talking. a lot, it speaks a lot. So in terms of Taurus people, it's much more. Taurus people are really straightforward. Like Maya, I think Maya can relate to that. That's a positive thing. That's why I keep on telling you that it's okay to find a partner. It's just not okay to find someone that is softer than you. So, parang ititame ka lang. Ang magtitame sa'yo is yung stronger sign din. Yeah. So, for Maya, thank you for sharing. Yeah. But I think, Cancer people, many of them are really intelligent, but the good thing is, hindi masyado naghahanap ng away. Yun lang. Diba? Yan lang naman yung importante. We should limit ourselves about confrontation. Hindi man gandang mang-away. Diba? Si Celine, alam mo yan. It's a myth. Huwag kayong maniwala na sa marriage natin, idea in the Philippines na dapat wag matulog na hindi maayos ang problema. I think if there's a problem already, you should try to lay back for a while and move backwards and calm down before you regret anything, saying anything that's not really nice, diba? So in my case, maybe you're asking, how about you, Jen? Like, how do you handle confrontational people? How do I handle them? Hindi ako ma-confront pero nilalayo ko na lang yung sarili ko sa iba. That's okay. Really, I do that too. That's normal. And once you learn how to live by on your own and by staying sociable to and civil to everybody, that means you're a mature person. Kaya nga alam mo, Maya, I remember my kids were like talking about fighting with someone, confronting someone about something. They were just asking about it. And then I was like, sige, I didn't really remember fighting over small things. Nung bata pa ako, hindi talaga ako nakikipag-away. Talagang hindi ako nakikipag-away. So, I'm more like giving you what you want. Ganyan ako. Kasi hindi naman talunan ang tao na marunong umiwas sa away. I think that's the best thing there. And kahit pa pinag-uusapan ka at the back, once you let them be, talagang mawawala din yung mga ganyang mga sinasabi. So, let me give you an exact image on what really happened, Ang unang naalala ko na talagang nakikipagsuntukan ako talaga. I was like on the 2nd grade. I'm 40, so I'm willing to share everything so we all can learn together. I was like on the 2nd grade, maaga ako nag-aral, so 7 years old ako noon, and I was the president of the class. So we were doing school works. Syempre, it's very normal sa atin, no, na marami tayong ginagawa sa school, lalo na pag presidente ka, maglilinis, magsusupervise sa paglilinis, maglilinis ng board, mga ganun. And then, there's this vice president na talagang makulit, lalaki kasi. Makulit siya. And he was like teasing me with my name. Name tagging is not really nice, So, since I grew up with men, with my boy cousins, male cousins, so, sabi ko sa kanya, if you don't stop that, I would really punch you on the face. So, I did. So, I punched him, and we fought physically on the 2nd grade. That was the first fight I had. So the teacher found out, and we were both told to stand in front of everyone for quite long, parang almost whole day yun. So that was a fight. Kasi I don't really run with that kind of things. Kasi I'm protecting myself. I'm defending myself. So it happened again when I was on the 4th grade. There's this late student, alam mo yung old student. He was like 16, 17, and I was, of course, what age? 6, 7, 8, 9. I was 9 years old. What happened was he was bullying me. He was really tall since he's 16 and I was at my age. So, binubully niya ako for my height. Yun. He was name calling me again. So, and then, ayaw ko talagang tinatouch yung face ko. So, even my husband and my kids, they can't touch my face. I don't even touch my face that often. Unless I'm putting on my skincare. Kasi, I'm sensitive, so I'm gonna have some acne or whatever, so I don't really touch my face. And for me, it's unnecessary to touch the face, diba? Bakit mo naman ito touch yung face, diba? So, that instant na he was trying to touch my face, I told him, if you touch it again, talagang I'm gonna punch you on your face. So, he touched it. And then I said, okay, that's it. So, namula yung mukha ko. Kasi parang, I don't know what he did. Namula talaga. So I said, I'm gonna tell my parents about it. So, nag-apologize naman siya. So, hindi na nangyari. So, ang sabi ni Celine, yeah, totoo po yan. Pag may kausap ako, tas parang di siya nakakaintindi, ayaw ko muna makipag-usap. True. Because if you're a strong sign, you would rather talk to someone who can really understand you within. Yung talagang deep. Kaya nga, as I always say, it really is important na I'm a Christian. I do not really advise you to really follow the star signs. No, just the personality. Kasi it's research It has scientific basis kung anong personality ng tao. And you should go for a person that clicks with you. Hindi lang yung parang na-attract ka. You should really check first. Ano ba to? Kaya ba nito yung personality ko? Kasi if you're not the same, you can't last talaga. If you don't have the same personality and interest and you're not the same strong signs, hindi talaga. So, with other signs, I can't speak in behalf of them kasi I don't have enough background. But with Taurus and Aries and Pisces and Libra, these are the people that are close to me. Kaya masasabi ko na talagang they could really match, your personality. And for those who are listening na hindi pareho yung sign, maybe it's a way of knowing na, hindi pala ako pwede sa Aries kasi ano pala tong Aries, ganito pala, or yung Taurus, ganito pala. Yun. So, that was the second fight I had. And third, alam mo yung naglalaro tayo ng dampa, di ba? Alam mo yung dampa? Hanggang ngayon, marunong ako, di ba? Ganyan. And then, we bet on rubber bands. So, I'm the queen of dampa before. Sa community namin. Walang bata na nakakatalo sa akin. Even my brother. So, ako talaga yung talagang napakagaling sa dampa na fight before. So, I don't know how to call this in Tagalog, but I know how to play this, with so many hand signs. That's how we played before. Hindi naman uso yung smartphone. So, I had a lot of rubber bands and all. And then, we were playing dampa. And then, that person cheated. So, sabi ko, pag mag-cheat ka pa ulit, talagang, hi, Lee John. So, I'm really gonna punch you in the face. Yan talagang panakot. Parang Tatay Digong lang, Talagang, ganun talaga. So, hindi na nag-cheat yung taong yun. So, wala naman nangyari. But, other than crying, dahil inaway ako, wala talagang ganun. Hindi talaga ako crybaby. So, up to now, dito sa Taiwan, kasi nung high school, wala na akong nakaaway I just leave them be. Kasi alam ko na, yan talaga yung personalidad nila. So, I quit. College, ganun din. I quit. And then, here, sa Taiwan, ganun din. I quit na. Just like Maya. Of course, Lijan, what do you want to ask? We're just having a chit-chat here tungkol sa Taurus sign. While waiting for your question.
今天的点心吃什么？馒头。
Yeah. Ano po yung tanong nyo? So, while waiting, yun nga po. So, in my case, sabi nga ng ate ko, mula nung bata ako, wala talaga siyang naalala na umiyak ako, na inaway ako ni ganito, ganyan. Wala talaga. So, I believe the same thing with Taurus. Ganun din siguro yung mga Taurus, no? Diba, Maya? Palaban din. Yung hindi din umiiyak. Kung kakayanin talaga. That's why you need a sign that's as strong as you. Kasi, alam mo yung, it's so difficult to communicate to someone who doesn't feel the way you feel. Meron talagang ganun. Let's say, Libra people and Taurus people. Taurus people likes to communicate, but in an intelligent way. Sabi nila, hindi mo nakakausap ang Taurus kasi nga, bossy or very strong personality o sobrang, yun nga, sila lang ang tama. Actually, with my friends, sa totoo lang, with my friends, they are very good with communication. Siguro kasi alam ko kung paano makipag-usap since we have the same personality. Kaya nga, sabi ko, find the same personality as you so you can communicate. Diba, ang daming nagsasabi na ako at ng asawa ko hindi talaga kami pwede mag-usap. Talagang mahirap. Maybe because from the very beginning, mahirap na talaga, but then you really pushed it kasi you're attracted physically, or just because of the attraction. But then from my age at 40, at sa dami ng tao na nasasalamuha ko from different types of people, love can be learned. Attraction can be learned. Hindi lang siya from like love at first sight. No, it isn't. Sometimes mas masaya pa yung na-develop yung love. Kasi it's like taking one step at a time. Na, maganda siya, gwapo siya, pero check natin muna kung okay ba. At my age, at a very young age, imagine nyo, high school ako, I already have a checklist on the people that I'm gonna spend time with. Like, bibigyan ko ng chance. So, yan. That's the story of Taurus people. So, sa tingin ko, kung ako papipiliin I would really rather plan the baby na magiging Aries siya para strong. So, kailan ba yan? Mga August dapat. Yun, you'll start it by August. I love Aries signs and Taurus signs kasi really strong people talaga. Magaling talaga. And then if they want to do something, it should be perfect. Like Taurus people are perfectionists. Sa dami ng Taurus friends ko, same talaga. Like Maya, I really admired Maya's posts sa page niya. And that's the reason why I ordered like a set from her, a coin purse and a shopping bag. Kasi napakaganda. Ang galing talaga. The posting, the caption. And I have the same friend na Taurus din, na talagang perfect talaga. Dapat pag mag-post ng ganito, perfect din. Kaya nga famous, diba? Kasi nga, there's perfection there. Na kapag nakita ng tao, maa-appreciate talaga. That's the best thing with Taurus people. They're not scary. I think Amber Heard, she's so beautiful. She is pretty. Really lovely face. Ang ganda talaga ng mukha. And then with the hearing with Johnny Depp and hers, I noticed na napaka-confrontational niya. And then si Johnny Depp is kalma. So Johnny Depp since he's older than her, ano na, parang wala siyang oras makipag-usap, makipagtalo. Sige, calm down ka muna kasi nga mas bata, di ba? You calm down and then when you're calm, I get back to you, ganun. Pero kapag confrontational ang tao, mas nagagalit siya na iniiwan mo siya. Kasi feeling ng mga ganitong tao, parang binablock siya sa life niya na imbis na isa-settle, ganito siya, gustong i-settle ang problema. Pero magkaiba sila ng paraan. May confrontational na tao, merong ding kalma na tao. If you ask me, sa Pilipinas, uso sa atin talaga na confrontational talaga. Pero ako ngayon, when I live here in Taiwan, almost half of my life, my maturing life here in Taiwan, gustong gusto ko talaga ang kalmado na paraan. Gustong gusto ko yung wag nang mag-usap. After na, kung okay na lahat, na hindi na kailangang magsigawan, di ba? Kasi talagang nakakapagod yung ganun, really. Kasi kung anong gusto dapat ganun, masunod na stats or display, kaya ganun. True talaga, as in, you're right with that, Miss Maya. Kaya, sa tingin ko, somehow, the personality matters. It all boils down to personality. So if you don't have the same personality, you would really end up confronting each other. Because you argue in so many things. Like maliit na bagay na argue nyo kasi magkaiba kayo. But if you have the same personality, you do that like kidhat lang. You understand each other. So, that's the important thing if you have the same personality. That's why I would rather really suggest to all those people na with Taurus sign, para hindi kayo maging Amber Heard. Ang problema kasi, since you're hot, you're attracted to someone cold. 'Di ba? Pero, hindi naman lahat na strong sign hot eh. Like me, I'm Aries but I'm very calm. I see Teacher Athena, the beautiful Teacher Athena. Thank you for the flowers. So we're just discussing about the signs, especially Taurus sign. Kasi I'm so into the case of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Aside from the love of the terms they use in the court, alam mo, I've noticed the difference between the American English and the British English. Kasi yung witness nila kagabi, he's from London. And how he narrate what he knew between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, it was so nice to listen to. Talagang napakaganda pakinggan. Alam mo yung that kind of English you use na talagang it's so specific yet beautifully said. Mga ganong bagay. I think Teacher Athena can really understand that since she's a teacher as well here in Taiwan. How are you? So, ganun. I think that's all it. And I think I'm gonna get back to my work. And si Lijan, sabi niya, i-ask niya kung ano bang tanong niya. Anong tanong mo, Lijan? So I think that was it. In terms of relationships, I would really suggest everyone, especially if you're a Taurus, to look for someone that is as strong as you. It's best for you to find an Aries or a Taurus like you. It's how you communicate well. It's how you understand each other. And it's how you can really have that deep connection in you that you don't have to speak too many words in just a snap or a wink. You understand each other. I think that's one thing that's essential in a relationship, that you can just talk to each other naturally without engaging in an argument. Kasi ako talaga ayoko ng away. Mahirap yung laging nag-aaway. Especially if you're married to a Taiwanese or in a relationship with a Taiwanese. Whatever sign they are, they do not grow up with confrontation. They grow up in an environment where they're given the kind of life that has everything, almost everything, like the water, electricity, food, car, you know. They didn't know the idea of poverty, doing everything, the hard work and all that. So if you confront him something about life, how difficult life is, they won't really understand that. So it is really best for you, if you want to talk to the Taiwanese partner or spouse, to talk to them in a way that you're calm, because they're not emotional people. They would rather listen to you if you state things in a very factual way, analytical way. And it is really best if you confront your partner with the yes or no question. So, example, eto din yung myth sa Pilipinas. I think Maya would really understand this. Marami sa mga Pilipina, lagi natin tinatanong sa partner natin, mahal mo pa ba ako? For a guy to answer that question, it's really difficult. Kasi, if I don't love you, why would I be with you, diba? So, for them, it's not a good question. But, since it's a yes or no, at least they can answer directly, yes, of course, mahal kita, I love you. Or, no one would say, no, I don't love you anymore, diba? Maliban na lang if you're in a case with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, where you are engaging in a physical fight already. So that's very abnormal. Now, marami din sa atin na tinatanong, bakit mo ako mahal? Ganon. Mahal mo pa ba ako? Yes. Bakit mo ako mahal? Why? That's a question that's really difficult to answer, especially sa mga guys. Hello, Orda. Talagang hirap na hirap yan. Talaga, I don't really suggest you girls or even a guy asking that question, why do you love me? Why are you asking that question? Diba? So, I am sharing this because I often have that kind of situation wherein I read a lot of messages about that on my email, on my page, almost every day. So I'm sharing it to you now so that you will know that it's good to ask a question in a yes or no kind of way, but never ask a question with a why. Why? Bakit? Kasi, thank you, Orda. Thank you, and you are too. So sabi ni Maya, sagot ng asawa ko, Miss Jen, Mayo, why samo? Exactly. So Mayo, why samo? There's no reason why I love you. Because I choose you. You know, I love you. You are the one for me, and that's it. So we can't really ask anyone we love, why do you love me? That's not a good question, really. It can only start a fight and it can only confuse you. Kasi when you say why, you are expecting an opinion that's the same as yours. However, if hindi niya nasagot ng kapareho sa'yo, edi magagalit ka na, di ba? Mag-aaway na kayo. So that would really worsen the situation. So every time I have this kind of problem from our Filipino friends, even Taiwanese young people, they would ask me, I will always say, if you want to settle a problem, you should ask a yes or no question. I love you because I love you. Yes, exactly. And that's what you call love. Love has no reason. It comes to you. So you should be careful. This is why I'm live right now and I'm sharing this. Hindi na ako nakapag-work. This is why I'm sharing this to you. To really tell everyone watching me right now and anyone that's gonna watch this later, to know the person you are with, to know the person who's attracted to you. You should check the personality, if you both can click together. If you have a strong personality like Aries and Taurus, you should go for a strong personality too. And I think yung si Leo and Taurus and Aries can click as well kasi strong sign din ng Leo eh. Really strong sign. So just go. If you're a strong sign, go for the strong sign. If you are a soft sign, yung kalmado, then go for the kalmado sign as well. It's how you can connect to each other. That's it. Kasi physical, lahat maganda eh. Lahat naman maganda, lahat naman gwapo, 'di ba? And maybe at first you're not attracted to that person, but if there's consistency, imposible na hindi ka ma-develop kasi in a relationship, proximity matters. So when someone likes you and that someone is so persistent, you would really like the person for sure. So ikaw, you being you, knowing your personality and knowing what you want and what you love and what you like, you should be careful whom to be with. As I've said, there are two stories in our life. When we get married, it's a life story, not a love story. So you should choose really well. Now, if like Maya, you'd say na wala ka ng choice, you can create a life story by knowing the person from square one, from the beginning. So, hindi naman kasi lahat nagkakaroon ng chance, 'di ba, na malaman kung ano ang dapat gawin. And not everyone like me who plans life in advance. So, now that I'm telling you, and since you're in that kind of situation already, how to really make things better. Number 1, in confrontation, or let's say you engage in an argument, when you ask a question, don't start with you. You start with I. For instance, hello, Dandan. For instance, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You are so rude, and then you can change that with I think you were rude at me. In that case, you don't have to hurt the other person, diba? Kasi sometimes you don't have to hurt someone in order to prove a point eh. Alam mo yun, how do I explain this simply na malinaw? Sabi ni hello ma'am Jan, miss you. Uy, miss you too. Miss you. Sino ba yun? Pangalan? Maxine, hello. Orda, kapag nagmahal ka, dapat walang kahit anong dahilan. Mahal kita dahil mahal kita. Wow, grabe si Ordo. But be careful if you are the one. Anong sign mo? Are you Leo? You're so romantic ka. Lalo ka na guwapa ka ron, ma'am. Nako, salamat. Alam mo, I'm using a filter. Kasi parang nagustuhan ko yung may mga petals na ganyan. As I was saying, totoo, if you love someone, there shouldn't be a reason. Because you're already in a relationship, diba? You can't look for the mistakes. You should accept the mistakes. That's, I think, when we use this, kapag mahal mo, dapat mahal mo, walang dahilan. Tama yan. In our relationship, kasi you started to be together na eh. But, bago pa man magsimula ang relasyon, Virgo. Kaya pala, so emotional. My daughter is a Virgo. Napaka-passionate din. Capricorn. Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with Capricorn, but I have had friends na Virgo, and I have my daughter now is a Virgo. Talagang napakahirap mahalin ang Virgo. Ginawa ko na lahat talaga. Lahat ng pag-iintindi. Libra is nice. Libra is the friendliest sign ever. Yes. So, to continue, we love someone and we are in a relationship with someone. Sometimes, and more often, we didn't have a chance to check the personality because at first, we are into our impulsive reaction of that kind of attraction when we see the person. So, it was only after you are in a relationship that you realized you are different people. So how do you deal with that without hurting each other and without breaking the relationship? So this is how you are gonna do this. First, you change the way you talk to the person. So, I am also guilty with this. Since I was also young before, diba? It was just in a experience na nalaman ko na ganito pala makipag-usap sa tao. Na hindi ko siya kailangang saktan. At hindi kami kailangang magsakitan. Sabi ni David, ma'am, ask ko lang po about Taiwanese ancestors. Wow. Are they also from Philippines, right? Philippines race? Wow. True. Okay. When I went to 2018, talagang napaka-specific ng answer, no? I don't want to give you false information, so allow me to share to you this experience. 2018, I went to Canada for Taiwan Fest. We went to Toronto and Vancouver. What happened in that Taiwan Fest was giving Canadians the whole kind of idea on what really is the connection between Filipinos and Taiwanese. During that event, there were delegates. I was one of the delegates, and there was a doctor, and he's a Taiwanese. What he did there in Canada, like me, I explained about what I did between Filipinos and Taiwanese, and he explained the commonality of the ancestors of Filipinos and Taiwanese, and we really have the same, and that's the Malay race. So I had an event last Sunday. There was a participant from Hualien, and he shared to me something really interesting. You know, Hualien Aboriginals, they speak Bisaya. He even knows how to speak Bisaya from 1 to 10. Usad, hatulo, upat, lima, unong, pito, walo, siyam na po. We finished each other together, and the rest of the students were really surprised last Sunday. What? Wow, you spoke the same language, but you both are different races. Like, I'm a Cebuana and he's from Hualien. So that's really amazing, right? Yeah, no worries, no worries. So for me, the Aboriginals in Taiwan have the same race with the Malay race, with the Filipinos, but the majority people here in Taiwan right now, generally from China. Yeah. Marami sa kanila ay China. Yeah, so from China. So like my husband, matagal na sila dito sa Taiwan, pero you can tell from the skin and from the face feature, yun talaga. Kasi yung Aboriginal, they really have the kind of features similar to the Filipinos. Yeah, so maybe you guys are also curious with my ethnicity. I have mixed strong Spanish and of course Chinese and Filipino. But my parents are 100% Filipinos. But with the physical composition, kasi marami tayong nagtatanong, kaya meron iba't iba kasi tayo ng mukha. So there's this strong, depende sa pagmix ng parents natin. So yun na lang, para malinaw. Yan. So let's continue with the love advice, ano. When you ask a question, you should start with I. Tapos sasabihin ni Maya, paano yan kapag mali niya? Bakit I? You can start with I still, even if it's his mistake, like what I did. I believe what you did, I think what you did yesterday wasn't nice. Sa tingin ko, yung ginawa mo kanina or kahapon or ng isang araw, hindi yun maganda kasi ganito. Dapat kasi ganito. Alam mo yun? Halimbawa, yung mga tampuhan lang, simple tampuhan lang. Halimbawa, like, lalo na yung mga girls, diba? We have this sulking moment that we really want our male partners to comfort us in a way, especially if it's our period. So, parang mainit ulo natin, ganun. And then, hindi kasi sila nakaka-guess kung anong gusto nating ipagawa sa kanila. So, what I normally do is this. Hindi ko masyadong nagustuhan yung ganito. Dapat ganyan. Oh, so mag-sorry ka na sa akin. Nang hinihingi ang sorry. But, it works. Yeah. Like, Maya, I don't know if you're still watching, but it works. Like, you should say sorry now because I told you to do this, but you did that, and I didn't really like it. So that's why I felt bad and you thought I wasn't happy. And then nag-away, diba? Yung ganun. Hello, Maymay! How are you? So second, aside from starting, really? Oh, that's a nice name, Maymay. It's aside from starting your conversation with I think, I believe, I thought, you can really ask someone to say sorry. It's okay, really. Like, I do that too. I think you should say sorry for what you did. I didn't really like it. Now, if you think I did something unpleasant to you too, then I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. But the problem is this. So how do we handle this? You know? So, sino pong makikipag-away niyan, 'di ba? Even if you state the problem from what that person did, but you started with I, so there's respect. Maganda talaga yung may respeto. So, second way to make your relationship work if you didn't have a chance to choose the personality is ask a question with a yes or no. Nasabi ko na to kanina. So, if you want to know the person, if the person still loves you, then you say yes or no. Mahal mo pa ba ako? Yes or no? Yes. Gusto mo pa bang ipagpatuloy natin yung relationship natin? Yes or no? Yes. Gusto mo bang pag-usapan natin ngayon ang problema natin? Yes or no? Oh. Halimbawa, nagtampo, yung palagi niyong pinag-aawayan. Halimbawa, marami siyang girl na friends. So, gusto mo ba talagang may kaibigang babae? Yes or no? Sasabihin niya, yes. Tapos sasabihin mo, ako, gusto ko bang may kaibigan kang babae? Yes or no? No. Bakit? Oh, you state your reason. Oh, tapos, gusto mo bang may kaibigan akong lalaki? Yes or no? Sabihin niya, yes. Ako, gusto ko rin may kaibigan lalaki? Yes or no? Sabihin mo, yes. And for sure, with that kind of question, you will realize na may problema. And the unfairness there. Okay ka may kaibigan lalaki, tapos hindi siya pwede may kaibigan babae, diba? So, you see the problem in an objective way. And now, it's up to you to settle how you do it. Kasi, imposible kasing walang male or female friends. It's impossible. And ganito na lang, ang dami kong nakikita mga advices sa TikTok na how to know na nag-cheat ang tao, how to know na totoo kanyang mahal. Alam mo, you can't really tell from those advices. It won't work kasi iba't iba talaga ang tao. Kahit na siya pa yung pinakamabait na tao, it's still possible na pwede siyang magloko. So, how do we do that? Just trust the person. Alam mo yun, just trust the person. Kasi pag hindi ka niya mahal, or hindi nyo na talaga mahal ang isa't isa, you will try to separate ways talaga. Pero, you cling in a relationship while fighting, arguing, and hurting each other. Ang problema niyan, hindi na mahal, hindi na love. Ang problema dyan is the insecurity na. Which maybe both have insecurities. Kaya ayaw nilang maiwan. Ayaw nilang mag-isa. Pero sometimes, sa totoo lang, like Maya, she said she's okay to be alone. And I am too. So that's one thing we all should learn. We learn how to live in our own without other people, Sometimes we need that. Not sometimes, but often we need that. And I know it's quite difficult for the Filipino friends because we grow up with so many people in an environment that's so friendly, in an environment where we are situated in a party kind of environment, that you should be there, that we should be there, we should be together. However, me now as 40 years old, I am really very honest to tell everyone, and I'm sincere in my words right now, that it's important to learn how to live on your own while you are also sociable. You don't have to You don't have to be aloof with others. It just means that you can live and you can smile without other people looking at you. It's really important. And, di ba nauso ngayon yung mga self-love. Self-love doesn't mean you're selfish. Self-love is understanding what love really is. Kasi, ang malaking problema kasi sa relationship, ito maraming nagtatanong, so sabihin ko na lang din. Marami kasing mga nasa relationship na takot talaga maiwan. Alam mo yung, girlfriend ko na siya, so dapat kami na forever. Ako, if you guys would ask me at 40, I would really advise the ladies not to be in a long-term relationship. It's not good. And you know why our grandmas and grandpas taught us to wait? Because it's the essence of commitment. Na if ang isang tao marunong maghintay at ikaw marunong ka ring maghintay, when you are into marriage, you both would learn how to cling into that marriage kasi you sanctify the vow of marriage. Kasi may commitment, di ba? So, iba talaga kapag ang tao marunong maghintay. Now, in Taiwan culture, wala kasi silang courtship. Hindi uso sa kanila yung courtship. Now, if you're a Filipina, then you should teach them the idea of courtship, di ba? Kasi mahirap yung agad-agad tapos nagiging divorce in the end. Kawawa kasi yung mga bata. Totoo yan, kawawa talaga yung mga bata. And it's not because mas kawawa naman sila kapag, di ba may mga sarcastic na gano'n, mas kawawa naman sila kapag nakikita nila ang parents nag-aaway. Tama. Pero ang nakakaawa na part sa mga bata is they will not learn the idea of being secured in a family. Because from the beginning, the security is been broken by their own parents. Mabigat yan eh. Mabigat sa loob yan. Once there is no trust in her or his heart, how could that person trust someone else? Kaya sinasabi natin na ang pamilya talaga ay pundasyon ng pagmamahal, respeto at seguridad. Totoo, kasi yan yung inuuwian ng bata araw-araw. Diba? Yan yung background niya as a person when that child grows up. So, if the child doesn't know the idea of a mother and a father, when that child grows up and got married and in a situation where he or she cannot understand, it would be a very big possibility for the person to quit and do not sanctify the idea of commitment of forever because of the background na pwede naman akong mag-quit. So you would say, so Miss Jen, are you in favor of divorce? I am, yeah, I am. Kasi it's for the good of everyone. Pero kaya nga dun natin sisimulan ang commitment and vow sa mga bata. Ituro natin ang tama sa mga bata. Ang divorce kasi, that's just a band-aid solution to the social problem. Ang totoong problema is the education and the nurturing of the children. Grabe, ang drama ko na. I told you, I have a different kind of, sometimes, lagi ito nangyayari sa akin since I have a different kind of, intellectual functioning there. Talagang boring po ako kausap sa mga ladies dyan, sa mga friends ko. I will just sit there and drink their beer. And then they go dance and I would look after their bags. And they were like happy, Since you're working, syempre, you can afford going to places like that, But I don't typically go there. Napaka-rare lang. Only if a friend really asks a favor, so I go there and yeah, I'll just look after their bags and I'm gonna sit there and just drink my own beer and that's it. Pero in terms of like talking something na funny, Hindi ako joker eh. So, pasensya na. Sobrang seryoso ko talaga. I hope meron naman kayong natutunan galing sa akin kahit konti. This is also one reason why I resort to blogging. Kasi I want to share something really useful. I want to really, I'm really into education. I'm really into, thank you, Joel. Joel talaga. Kasi Joel is how you pronounce the name Joel. But sa atin sa Pilipinas is Joel. Diba? Joel. Diba, Joel? So, I'm really into education. I'm really into sharing values, especially building up the core values of the children. Kasi it's also my background. I was a catechist since 11 years old. Imagine that, at 11, I'm a catechist already. And I'm very happy to share to you guys that most of the children I taught on that time were really good people. Yeah, they learned something really, good things, especially if you're sincere sharing the things that you learn as a person. So now that I'm 40, I'm really willing to answer about life. Life is a beautiful thing. It's the greatest gift we all have. Yeah. So that's it. Wala bang mga dyan? Wala bang i-share kayo dyan? Para naman Who wants to join the live? How do you do this? How do you invite someone para kayo naman magsalita? Maraming salamat sa mga nanonood. Yun lang. I was just sharing my sense about Taurus people. I have a lot of friends that are Taurus and I don't want them to be misunderstood kasi mababait ang mga Taurus people. I know Maya knows that, and I have a lot of good friends na Taurus talaga. And my big brother again, he's Taurus. And they're very understanding people. For me, I don't think Taurus people are aggressive people. Taurus people are calm, peaceful. Yun nga lang, they need people na nakakaintindi sa kanila. Kaya nga, if you're Taurus na babae na, huwag ka nang makipagrelasyon sa mga hindi strong. 'Di ba? You should look for someone like you, Taurus din or Aries. Yun talaga yung pwede ko masuggest na sign. Kasi ang Taurus talaga mahirap eh. Mahirap sila i-please. Mahirap sila i-communicate kapag hindi mo alam yung takbo ng utak ng isang Taurus. They have higher sila IQ not on EQ. I think that's safe to say. They're more intellectual, analytical than emotional. And in the Philippines, many of the Filipinos grow up to be very emotional. Sa kaka-drama mo yan, di ba? Sa kaka-K-drama mo na yan. Huwag na nga kayong manood ng maraming K-drama. Kasi life is not drama. Ang daming mali talaga sa marriage na, sa atin, marriage teaching sa atin, ang daming mali. Number 1 na yung okay lang mag-away. No, it's not okay to fight. Okay lang magselos. No, it's not okay to be jealous. Really, ako, personally, at 40, I would say no. Okay? Hindi senyales ng totoong pagmamahal ang magselos. No. If you love the person, you trust the person 100%. Yun. And mag-away, no? Hindi maganda mag-away. Yeah. Hindi talaga maganda mag-away. Calm down. If you're mad, you calm down. You wait for you to calm down. It's gonna subside sooner or later, and then you talk to each other after. In that case, you don't ruin the relationship. Kasi sayang eh. Alam mo yung like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. From the audio, that you can really tell na they love each other, just the personality just don't match. Kaya sayang yung love, 'di ba? Sayang kasi nagsasakitan kayo. It's not nice. So what else? Ano pa ba yan? Myth. Yung about excuse sa age, about yung sex, paano ba sabihin yan? Sex life? O marami ang nagkakaroon ng problema dahil dyan na dapat dapat daw so anong sabi ng mga maraming guro dyan, 3 times a week the least. Ano ka, aso? Grabe naman, 'di ba? Anong araw-araw, kahit nga mag-boyfriend, girlfriend, you can't do that every day. You can't. It's impossible to do that every day. It's impossible. Hindi tayo mga animals, 'di ba? So, sabi nila dapat daw in a month, a normal couple should do it thrice. So, paano yung hindi gumagawa ng ganun? Like thrice in a month na may problema na, 'di ba? You know, parang sa tingin ko, tayong tao lang din nag-i-inject ng doubt sa isa't isa. Again, at my age and being married, so I can really speak of in behalf of those married couples, ang relationship in terms of intimacy. Kasi ayoko talaga mag-mention ng word na yun kasi baka ma-block tayo, di ba? Intimacy has many kinds. Isa na yung pwedeng magkaroon ng baby. Isa lang yun. Maraming bagay ang intimacy. Alam mo yung naiintindahan ka ng totoo, Maya. Alam mo yung kahit hindi mo nasabihin lahat sa isang tao, naiintindihan ka. That's intimacy. Yung taong ipagpe-pray ka, diba? When you have these little nightmares at night, tapos sabihin mo, you pray for me, that's the best relationship ever. Hindi yung like ilang rounds kayo, or hala, pag alam mo yung ganun, sa kalendaryo nakailan kayo. Mali talaga yun, really. Honestly lang I'm sorry not to offend any Filipinos, but mali talaga yan. Talagang mali ang turo ng mga dati-dating mga kanunuan natin na dapat active ang sex life. No, it's wrong. Kasi time and time mangyayari na if you're married for quite a long time, sometimes friendship is more important than that kind of act. Talaga. And especially if you are stressed and you have pressures in life, you would rather tend to the needs of the children and your relationship as a family rather than doing that thing. Pero if you stick to the wrong teaching na importante ang ganyan, yung mga intimacy na yan, dapat may mangyari sa inyo talagang ma-frustrate ka lang. Imbis na wala kayong problema, nagagawan mo ng problema kasi nga naniniwala ka sa sabi-sabi ng iba. So what works with others might not work for you. Now I'm speaking of in general term that kahit nasabihin ng mga experts na importante yan, kapag may nangyayari naman sa inyo, it's okay, but it doesn't mean every day. Ano ba yan, 'di ba? Natawa si Maya eh. It doesn't mean every day. And it doesn't mean to be counted. Hindi talaga, walang exact digits on how many times na maging normal kayo. Really. And just like I said, kahit pa bulat-latin mo lahat ng phone na yan, kahit pa magiging hacker ka, 'di ba? Kahit magiging hacker ka pa, kapag mangangaliwa ang isang tao, or kapag ma-fall out of love na isang tao, talaga maghahanap at mahahanap niya yung iba. But if you're married, how do you keep the relationship? Aawayin mo. The more you push the person away from you, the only way to take that person back is to be more understanding. Intindihin mo, ano bang nangyayari sa relationship natin? Bakit ba ganito? If you want to make it work. If not, then just go separate ways. That's it. Don't waste time. Yun lang. So, sabi niya, sana all every day or once a week. Kaya nga, diba? Ano ba yan? My God. And sabi ni David, and the result is unplanned pregnancy and overpopulation. True that, David. So, for me, to be very honest with everyone, there are so many myths with regards to making a perfect marriage. There's no perfect marriage at all. And if, there are so many people would tell you that, no, we're not fighting at all. Not at all. Never at all. I would never, actually, I would disagree to that. Because if you are married, you would really disagree on so many things because you're two different people living in one roof. So, in that case, siguro in denial lang or they're just protecting each other, di ba, na hindi mag-away. Pero sa tingin ko, lahat talaga ng married couple nag-aaway talaga. People indulge in fights. Imposibleng wala. Mag-boyfriend nga na hindi kayo nagkakasama araw-araw, nag-aaway kayo, how much more kung mag-asawa na. Yeah, so, huwag kayong maniwala sa sabi-sabi na, mag-perfect marriage yung hindi nag-aaway. Naku, imposibleng hindi mag-aaway. But, how not to engage a fight, that's true. Not to engage na hindi kayo nagsasakitan. And, reminder lang sa mga babae, talaga, don't be confrontational, really. Kasi hindi lahat ng lalaki katulad ni Johnny Depp na nakakaya niyan saktan siya. Kasi we are animals in a way. So, we have instinct na we protect and defend ourselves, diba? So, kapag nasaktan na siya, talagang masasaktan ka niya in a way. So, kung ayaw mong masaktan, edi wag kang manakit. Yun lang yun. So, respeto lang sa isa't isa, diba? Napahaba na yung natin, kwentuhan. Hindi na ako nakapag-work. So, kayo na magsalita. Maybe Maya wants to say something and I'll react.
今天的点心吃什么？馒头。
Okay. So, you guys want to share anything? I think napahaba na, no, yung sharing ko tungkol sa Taurus. Thank you, Maya, for being with me all the time. I really appreciate that. And sana nakatulong. For sure, yeah, David, of course. Go on. I hope I impart something that is useful to you in a way, especially if you're in a relationship and especially if you're Taurus like Maya. And I'm an Aries, so I understand how Taurus feel. I have so many Taurus friends. So that's why I care a lot for the young generation. So for the Taurus ladies out there, if you want to get married somehow, or if you want to look for a partner, you look for someone that is as strong as you. So you have to check. Kailan birthday mo? Ganyan pala. Yeah, okay, thank you. Ganyan na lang, diba? To be safe. Para hindi mo masasaktan sarili mo. Kasi sometimes, if you engage so much in a fight, you lose yourself. And somehow, if you don't have that really strong mental power, you will also lose your identity. Like you will question yourself. Who am I? Yeah, because you've been hearing a lot of negative comments about you. So this is why, to prevent that to happen, I hope you will heed to my advice. If you're a Taurus, look for someone strong. Look for someone that can understand you. Ganyan ako minsan, Miss Jen, tinatanong ko ano zodiac, lalo pag bago kilala. Yeah, that's good. That's okay. For me, I agree to that. Yes, this is also how you handle the person. It doesn't have to unfriend anyone, but this is how to handle the person. Example, if you're with a Virgo, like my daughter, nahihirapan ako talaga sa kanya. Alam mo ba, I need to be really feminine in order to understand my daughter. Yeah, totoo yan. And I kept on telling her, like, my love, mommy is really trying to understand you. And, I'm an Aries, so I have a very strong sign. And you're a Virgo. You're so feminine. And I'm like masculine in a way, and you're like really feminine and really girly in a way. So I don't want us to end up enemies because I'm your mommy. So you should tell me honestly how you feel. Alam mo yung ganyan ako makipag-usap talaga sa daughter ko. Kasi syempre, she's my daughter. You should understand her. Like, halimbawa, nagluto ako ng masarap na dinner. Sasabihin na ng lahat, Mommy, I love our this and that. It's so yummy. And my daughter will say, I think it's not so yummy. Ganon. Ganon talaga siya. Talagang nagdi-disagree. Oh. Halimbawa, 3 kami, diba? 4 kami, diba? And lahat kami will say na, I think this is a nice movie. And then my daughter would say, for me, it's so-so. Not so nice. Talagang magdi-disagree siya. And then, lahat kami sasabihin namin na, ay, bakit parang mabaho? Tapos sasabihin ng daughter ko, wala naman akong napansin na mabaho. Talagang opposite siya lagi. Really. And then, I tried to research about it. Kinausap ko yung isang friend ko. And then sabi niya, ay parang ganun talaga. Yung very meticulous, but in their own way. Kung ano yung interest nila, dun sila talagang nagpo-focus. Kapag hindi sila interesado, they would really normally disagree. Ang hirap, kaya nga, hanap, kapag love story, look for the personality. But, para maging click kayo. Pero pag friends, it's your way of understanding the other person. I think that's the best. Kasi, mahirap talaga. Iba't ibang personalidad talaga. Yeah. I think David wants to ask a question. Perhaps I answered the question already. Yes. So, ano pa bang mga bagay? Ganun lang sa Taurus, yun lang. I think, ako talaga, I'm not defending them. I'm just sharing my personal experience with Taurus people kasi marami talaga akong close na Taurus. And then, Pisces, wala akong problema sa Pisces eh. Kasi, mapagmahal talaga. You know, my best friend, dami kong best friend talaga na first time ko sinabing best friend, Pisces, yeah. And then my really good friend sa college, Pisces din. And my mom is a Pisces, so we click. Kasi punong-puno ng pagmamahal ang mga Pisces. They're not difficult to love. Pisces people are really, I think, great people. Yung mga Pisces. Tapos kalmado. So, I think Pisces will not work with Taurus people. Kasi, pareho silang may sariling and hindi masyadong communicative ang mga Pisces. So, kasi emotional yung mga Pisces. So, I remember a friend na in love. Did you? Wala question. Can I ask, is there a question somehow here? May question pala. Wala David, I didn't see your question. You haven't, I was waiting for your question. Where did you exactly write your question? Select. Did you write it at the Q&A? Hinahanap ko yung Paano ba yan? Hinahanap ko yung question. Wala. Can you? You haven't read. Yeah. Yung about sa Taiwanese ancestor pa ata. I already answered the question about the race. We have a Malay race. Same. Oh, can you write it down in the comment section, please, Sir David? Sivin, ma'am, off topic po. Ma'am, may alam po kayong agency na pwedeng pag-applyan sa Coor Translator? Oh, hello, Vin. You know what? I would suggest... No. I really do mind. Please, give me the question since I'm open now. It's not necessarily about core translator, but there is this group sa Facebook for non-teaching jobs. And then you can find a lot of jobs from there. May question你最喜欢的什么是什么？饮食是什么？ Random question eh, may question. 为你的三个你会怎么？ Pwede po mahingi kung anong FB group. Ang name ng group is non-teaching jobs. Non-teaching jobs. Yun. Hala, may tanong oh. May random question dito. If someone would, like, if there are 3 people that would like you, and which kind of person will you choose? Thank you po. Welcome. Non-teaching jobs. If only I'm on my Facebook here sa page, masisearch ko sana. Kaya lang wala kasi. I'm just on TikTok. 3 persons that would like me. What kind of persons? I will choose the personality that suits me. But for now, I don't cater to anyone that's gonna like me. Because I'm married. I have 2 kids. Who is your most favorite friend? I don't have most favorite because they all come from different types of environment. So from one stage of my life, I have one, and from another. So there are all favorite from those different stages. For example, my childhood friends, my high school friend, college friend, work friend, and now that I'm married, yes. Do you sing when you take a shower? I don't. Like, rarely, but I don't sing when I take a shower. The question here is, do I have a favorite celebrity? Who's my favorite celebrity? Johnny Depp. Well, I don't have any idols kasi. I just like the movie. So I like Pirates of the Caribbean. I like Twilight Saga. I have the whole book with the Twilight Saga. I have the whole collection of the Harry Potter. And then I like Lord of the Ring. Who's my favorite TikTok friend? Maya! Si Maya! Because she's always here with me every time, anywhere. Thank you, Maya, really. Oh, there's a question. Favorite flower? I'm not a flower person. But if I'm gonna choose, I think I like lotus. Yeah. Because it's meaningful. When I knew the meaning of the lotus flower, I felt like I'm gonna like it. Yeah. I like lotus flower. Even if it grows in an unexpected environment like dirty or mud, diba? But it grows beautifully. So I'm like a lotus too. Yeah. There's a question, and nobody ever asked me this question. Kung nagparitoke ba daw ako? Gusto kong magparitoke. Yeah, kaya lang takot ako magparitoke. takot ako sa mga retoke-retoke ganyan. The only thing I had is this tattoo. But I'm all natural. However, there was a stage in my life that I really want to augment my fronts, my bosom. But then natatakot ako sa mga gamot-gamot ganyan. So, yun. I only had minor surgery once for my tonsillitis because I have chronic tonsillitis. Yan. Ay, naku, salamat, Maya. Thank you. So, I love lotus, but when I was young, ang gustong-gusto ko talaga na bulaklak dati is calachuchi. Kasi napakabango. Napakabango talaga. Yeah, calachuchi. And then now, gusto ko na ang lotus flower. But if you ask me, I'm not a flower person. Kaya okay lang sa akin, walang flower. Yeah. Diba, on Valentine's Day, like people would say, I have flower, this and that. I would rather choose yung gusto ko kaysa sa flower. Yeah. Grabe, no? I remember when I was in college, someone really sent me flowers and I don't know what to do with it. Like, paano pa gawin to? Pero it has a setup. Meron na siyang sariling, like, parang pwede mo nang diligan. But hindi ko talaga alam kung anong gagawin ko sa bulaklak. Imagine that. There's a question about my parents. What's my favorite story about my parents? I think their love story. Kasi yung nanay ko, medyo talagang popular siya since she's really very beautiful. My mom is so beautiful and she's tall. And then, yung tatay ko, yung papa ko, he's cute. He's petite. So, my mom is taller than my dad. Kaya, nabubuli sila at the beginning. Kasi bakit pinili ng nanay ko yung tatay ko. But then, it ended well. Kasi, my dad is a very good provider and I'm best friends with my dad. Talagang napaka ayos na tatay. Siya ang mentor ko talaga. I'm like this. This is how I think and just because of my papa. So last question na lang. It's 4 o'clock na. Hindi na ako nakapag-work. The question is, what thing do I wanted to have now? Gusto kong makuha na gamit ngayon? Siguro drone. I've been asking my husband for drone for so long now. Kaya lang sabi niya, hindi talaga bagay daw sa akin yung drone. Kasi nga hindi ako marunong mag-drive. Sabi ko, iba naman yun kasi parang laruan lang naman ng drone, 'di ba? But maybe, hopefully next year, I'm gonna buy my own drone na. Kasi I'm into photography, I'm into videography, kaya gusto ko talaga magkaroon ng drone. Good for vlogging mo yun, Masan? Yes, kasi I travel a lot. And you know what? This is also one thing I'm gonna share to you, Maya. Hiking is good for your kids. And the reason why we launched family hiking, as in official talaga, sinabi ko talaga, officially, we're gonna do hiking as a family kasi it's good for my daughter, for the Virgo sign. Ang mga Virgo sign kasi, they have the earth element, earth. So, nakakawala ng stress nila ang mga green surroundings, mga bukid, mga bulaklak, I don't know kung yung nag-comment kanina na Virgo, kung na-experience na yan, pero every time na napapaligiran siya ng mga bulaklak, talagang gumaganda yung mood niya. So, that's why I launched official hiking with my family para talaga sa daughter ko. Kasi, I want her stress to go away. Kasi napaka-worrisome niya eh. Alam mo yung parang, ang bilis-bilis niya mag-worry. Sabi ko, ang bata-bata pa, tapos yung parang ang bigat-bigat, pasan-pasan na niya yung mundo. So I find a way to make her feel better, and it really does help. Maganda sa bata. And even if hindi Virgo yung baby girl mo, Maya, it works. You can go for hiking, and at the same time you can also do your videos, diba? I'm like on creating a video. It's quite different from vlogging. Siguro, what makes it different? Kasi vlogging, it's the video log. So it's the video style for blog. I blog kasi I share my personal experiences and my life experiences through writing. So I blog, web blog, right? But with videos, I don't share my life with video. So I'm more like a YouTube creator. So content creator rather than a vlogger. Kasi I'm not a vlogger. I don't vlog my life. Masyado akong private eh. But in terms of like the sharing experiences, I share it. Kasi it's how we learn from each other, diba? So sabi ni Maya, soon, sana Miss Jen, pag safe na po ngayon, talaga di makahirit sa asawa ko. True. Yeah, but when you go for a hike, wala masyadong tao. So it's relatively safe naman. So, depende, pero pag ayaw ng husband mo, wag muna talaga. Sa case ko naman, it's a consensus na idea. Kasi lumalaki na yung daughter ko, talagang mahirap na siyang mahirap na siya talagang mapasaya ng ganyan-ganyan. If she feels bad, she feels really bad. Tapos ayoko ng ganun na parang negative energy. Dapat happy lang. So, better bring her to the mountains and she's happy there. So, happy lahat, diba? Happy ka, happy siya. Okay, guys, it's 4 o'clock. Thank you for being with me. I think we shared enough today, and I hope next time I'm gonna go live and share more meaningful stuff with you. Maya, thank you, everyone. Have a great day.